What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Life of Lee podcast. How yous doing? I hope yous are good. I'm just checking in on yous here. This is a little extra episode. Before I get into this episode, 3 new subscribers. I'm probably at the point right now where, with my fan base, I could probably have like a first name interaction with each and every one of my subscribers. And that's what I intend to fucking do, if I can. So the new subscribers, KB Bartlett, I've got you on Facebook. You do awesome work in terms of the administrative work you do. A guy called Wildman Ninja, good fucking name. And Wes Pix, you also subscribe. So if you guys are watching this episode, thank you very much for subscribing. And thanks for stopping by. Also, this podcast is brought to you in association with fabactivewear.com. Should be around here. This is a company dedicated to not only producing incredibly comfortable, incredibly stylish workout gear, but they are also dedicated to being as environmentally conscious as they possibly can be. This company has no plastic waste. They use completely recycled packaging, and they're affordable. And yeah, if you go and order stuff on their site, and if you use the code LifeOfLee10, now, when you're putting in the code, I've had some feedback on this. Make sure there's a button next to it that says apply coupon or apply code. Make sure you click that button before you check out, otherwise the code's not activated. So if you use my code, LifeOfLee10, you will get a 10% discount. It'll make you happy, makes me happy. This company is helping to keep the planet happy, so go and support them. Now, this episode, this is just a little extra episode, but the last week I've not been myself, it's peaks and valleys, you know. Like I spend most of my time being just relatively happy with everything, just relatively on the level, cool and calm, smooth sailing through calm seas. But every now and again it's like I just get into this little rut, and you know, it's easy at times to look at everything you don't have, or to think about everything you don't have, instead of just being grateful for what you do have. And I think what's happening for me right now is there's a lot of stuff just about to come out, you know, just about to pop off, just about to happen, that's going to, you know, send me on to the next whatever's coming up. And right now it's a calm before the storm. This calm before the storm. And I don't like being calm that much, you know. I like things going on. I like to know what's coming up. I like to know I've got shit in the horizon. And although I do have stuff like that, it's still kind of murky. You know, it's a bit foggy as to exactly where it is and how far away it is and that kind of stuff. And it's going to take a lot of work, but I'm ready to do the work, you know. And it's like just itching to do something, but you don't know what it is you're meant to be doing, you know. But as I was thinking about all this kind of stuff, it led me to think about, you know, other times where I've felt this way, but not only that I felt this way, but it's led me to self-sabotaging myself, basically, and kicking myself in the teeth, to put it in the words of Alice in Chains. And yeah, so I was feeling kind of fucked up. In the last couple of weekends, I have been wanting to hit DMT, like to go deep, but I've ended up talking myself out of it. Like, I've had a couple of little doobies, but that just gives me the visuals to help me meditate and stuff. But I really wanted to go like deep, and the last little while when I have been going in, it's been around 0.04, because I didn't want to go too fucking deep, because I have been kind of scared of it in a little way, just because I was going laterally and not into the fucking stratosphere. So today, I just put all my focus towards having a trip, and like I tidied my entire room, I hoovered it, I fucking dusted everything, cleaned everything, lit candles, meditated for, I went a good walk in the woods, meditated for a while, felt really good, came back up, meditated for around about an hour, just pure focused breath work, and then I came out of that and it was a 0.06, and I hit it, and just undescribable. But before I went in, intention is very, very important with DMT. And the last couple of times I've been doing it, it's been like, ah, fuck it, I'll have a wee DMT trip. You know, just sitting shits all over the fucking place. Like, ah, fuck it, hit the pipe. But and just seeing what happens. But if you go in with more clarified intent, you get a lot more out of it. And sometimes, not every time, not even half the time, but sometimes when I have a DMT trip, I come out of it and you've got the glow. You've got this afterglow where you just love everyone and everything, and everything just feels good, and everything is exactly where it's meant to be, and you know exactly who you are and where you're going. And sometimes I come out with that glow, that feeling, and it lasts for days, for weeks, for whatever. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just get the experience, and then I come out with whatever happened. So I actually went in with the intent of, and sometimes, not every time when I come out with the glow, but sometimes when I come out with the glow, I found that I can sing really well because I just understand the resonance of the vibrations within my body. It just becomes second nature. And what I've noticed is, say I hit DMT on the Monday, right, and I come out with a glow and I'm fucking feeling great and I'm in this place where I can sing, everything's just feels completely in tune with every other part of me, and I'll feel so good. And then say on the Wednesday, I'll think to myself, ah, fuck it, I'm gonna go back in, and I'll go in, and when I come out, it doesn't give me the glow or the the resonance that I had before, so I'll lose it. So I sat with my intent and actually like spoke it. I always say like a kind of prayer mantra kind of thing before I go in, and I said that, and then I spoke to like my higher power and my ancestors and any soul groups that were out there, any entities that were interested, benevolent entities. Like I protect, or I try to protect myself against malevolent entities in the DMT realm, but it's hard though. Like I've been eaten by big fucking snaky things before. True story. So I had to lay back, and it was, I kept like, there was the normal geometrics, like just fucking can't really explain, but segmented within that there was scenes of just like people standing in their garden, like just one frame of it, and intertwined with all of this fucking um rotating 3D, not 3D, fucking 7, 8, 9D maybe, just all webbed around, all classic D&T shit, but then just glimpses of actual everyday real life scenarios. It was bizarre. So I was lying there, and I felt my breathing get really, really shallow, or it felt like my breathing was really shallow, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm in trouble. And as I felt that, so hard to describe, but there was this big sweeping wave, and there was all these dudes in it, but they looked like just cool dudes, just, you know, like surfers or fucking BMXers or freerun, just cool dudes that were just fucking at ease with themselves, and it was this big wavy cascade. And as I was like, shit, am I in trouble? This just went, whoosh, and they were all like, no, you're good, you're good, you're good. And they weren't saying shit, but they were giving me thumbs up and shit, and they were like, ah, and it was thousands of millions of them, just, it was like particles, but each one of them was a face of this dude that was just like, no, you're good, just keep going, yes, you've got it. And I was lying there, I was like, maybe the breathing's like, you know, it's going into the reset, it's like lowering me down, doing what it needs to do, and then I'll like start up again. And when I thought that, I was like, is this it? Is this it giving me the glow? Is it installing whatever, or removing whatever filters I'd built up, or that kind of shit, to allow me to just enjoy being me in every moment? And then the wave was like, yeah, it's happening, it's happening. I'm like, yes. And I was lying there, and I opened my eyes, and it felt like, you know, when it's over. And I think I was just trying to open it just a bit too soon, and I had to really force to come back into this reality. And when I looked, everything, you could see everything just as like the cloud of potentiality. Everything was just roughly holding its shape, and you could see that, nothing is solid, and it's not even solid. Like, nothing's actually completely defined. It is all just some. It's a soup. It's just a soup of molecules and atoms, and that's just the scientific molecules and atoms. You've then got metaphysical molecules and atoms, and you've got the metaphysical quantum grid structure that it all sits on. And I seen that, and I was like, yes! And then I just went back into it, and when I closed my eyes, it was all different again, and it was all just these patterns, and like, it's like fuck. Superman's Fortress of Solitude, but like during Gay Pride Month or some shit. Do you know what I mean? If you imagine Superman's Fortress of Solitude just like blasted with rainbows and ultra fucking reflective colours that just do not exist in this reality. Pardon me. So I came out of it. Whoa. So I came out. So I came out of it, and like I just felt really fucking good. And I sat up and I tried to sing, and I had it again. I felt the resonance, and I was like, fucking yes. And I got up and then I was like, and I looked and I'm like, that's only been like 4 or 5 minutes. I've still got shit. And I went and I sat back down, and I sat like cross-legged and started meditating again, and there was still so much left. There was still so much happening. And if you're ever just coming out of a DMT trip, right, this is what to do. This will blow your fucking mind. You might have already done it, you might not have. But see, when you know that you can come out of it, maybe you've already opened your eyes a couple of times. Close your eyes, right? See everything that you can see in front of you, and really just, keep it right in your sight, and then very, very slowly open your eyes, and you'll see whatever you're seeing superimposed over this reality, and you'll see that they're one and the same. You'll see that DMT realm is always here, it's always accessible, it's always right next door to us, but we just need that kickstart in the pineal gland and whatever it is to facilitate the crossover for a couple of minutes in this reality. It's so much like Inception, 10 minutes in this reality can boil down to fucking centuries in that reality. So yeah, I came out of it feeling pretty fucking good, and just feeling completely reset and back on track. And it's like, I know I've been on track, but I've just been going slow, and it's not my fault. Like, COVID's fucked up a lot of the acting shit, and training. I have been going out and training shit, but I really feel I need to fucking connect with some other people again to really kick on my training. Because going out myself, there's just too much fear. Like that jump that I was looking at 2 weeks ago, couldn't do by myself. Went out training with David, banged it out. You know what I mean? So, and I connected with a couple of freerunners that I hadn't seen in a few years. And they're fucking great guys, incredible athletes. So I can hook up with them, increase my training, increase my spiritual practice, and then just take on the fucking world. But that's what I want to talk about. It's really easy for me to sit here and, talk about the good shit, talk about fucking, this is how I got on Thrones, or fucking, this is all my great psychedelic experiences, or this is me fucking free running, and it's so great, and blah, blah, blah. But you need to get both sides of the coin. Do you know what I mean? That only makes sense. You only know how big an achievement that is if you know what the fuck I had to go through to get there. And it's not like the usual kind of fucking roadblocks or speed bumps that people go over, because most of it was literally not even self-sabotage, but just not being able to follow through on stuff because of anxiety and fear. Like, I'd been acting, I'd done World War Z as an extra, and I think I'd done 2 films, and then there was a networking event in Glasgow, and these are held quite regularly, but I don't do well in social situations, meeting fucking 10, 20, 30 people at once, and I just get really withdrawn and that kind of shit. And when it's an actual networking event, when the whole point of it is to go and speak to different people and let them know who you are, and oh, you're directing this, oh well, I'm doing this, and blah blah blah, and you might meet people and that kind of shit. And I really wasn't looking forward to it because I know I don't do well in those situations, and I've tried every different kind of fucking social interaction and party and this kind of shit, and I know what works for me. I know the places where, like it, there's certain situations that I thrive in, there's certain situations that I just get shut down in, and it's nothing I can control. I've tried my fucking best to control it, I've tried to overcome it, but I just find it incredibly hard, so I tend to play to my strengths. But this fucking, I'd convinced myself to go like, right, you want to be an actor, you're just going to have to bite the bullet and do this kind of shit. Just suck it up, stop being a little bitch, go and fucking do it. So, I got ready, put on my good pair of jeans, and got the train, got off in Glasgow, walked 15 minutes to the bar, and I was walking up, and the door was there. I was walking up, and I should have turned right, and then I just went, nope, and kept on walking. And I literally didn't think, like, not a thought crossed my mind for, like, maybe the next 5 minutes. I was just walking, just like, nope, that's not happening, let's just keep going. And then I kind of caught myself, and it's like, yo, I thought we were going in, like, I thought that's why we were here, like, you've got your good jeans on, what the fuck's happening? And it was like, have you ever seen a dog that just doesn't want to go anymore, and the owner's trying to pull it with the fucking collar, he's trying to fucking, negotiate with it, he's trying to plead with it, he's trying to fucking pull it with the collar again? That's what it's like. That's what the anxiety's like, because I was telling myself, why else are you fucking here? Turn around, walk back up there, walk into that fucking pub, and start telling people, hi, how you doing? I'm Lee. Hi, how you doing? It's easy, They'll do half the work. You just need to go up. Hi, how you doing? I'm Lee. And I sat down on a bench, rolled a joint, smoked it, got up, walked back to the train station, got on the train, came home, took off my good pair of jeans, put on a pair of sweats, sat down, rolled another joint, and tried to block it out as much as I could and just not deal with it and just not be like, what the fuck happened there? Because I know what happened. It was just I just shut down in certain situations. But the thing is, who knows what director was there looking for someone to be cast in their film? Who knows what writer was looking for whatever, who knows what connections I could have made. Like, I've been acting for maybe a year then. That could have progressed my career on by 2-3 years compared to what I have been doing, And like, I done a film where I did, and we were both in the same kind of level. We'd both done the same amount of work and on the same kind of scale. And he ended up getting cast in quite a big advert after it. And he then ended up getting cast in a film with like one of my favourite actors. And just after we'd done the film that we'd done together, he was a good guy and I was a bad guy, and he ended up killing me by like planting an axe in my face. It was pretty cool. He messaged me and he was just like, oh hey, what you up to? Sometime we should hang out and get a cup of coffee. And my initial response when I seen that was, I don't drink coffee. I can't go and drink coffee with someone that doesn't drink coffee, especially if they said, do you want to go out and get a coffee? Now, I know that there was nothing literal about that. I could have got a hot chocolate if I wanted. I could have got a Coke. I could have fucking just got a water, do you know what I mean? But that's how easy it is for me to fucking just write something off. Like, nope, he's saying coffee, I don't drink coffee. That wouldn't go together. Do you know what I mean? But that did ended up fucking, like, who knows? I could have went out for coffee that day. We could have fucking hit it off. Because he did say something about maybe learning some parkour, because like he wanted to do some fucking, or in case action films come up, it's always good to be able to move around and shit. So that's again, another connection that could have progressed me forward, could have ended up me being on set, working with one of my favourite actors, but I pussied out. And, that's why when you hear me going on about like being on Thrones or like Avengers or any of the shit that I've done film wise, that's why it means so much to me, because that's times where I've been able to overcome all this bullshit. Going on Thrones, I knew there was going to be like 700 extras sitting in holding. You know, that's a lot of fucking people to deal with at the one time. But, and I didn't want to do it, I swear to God, like it was fucking, and then the anxiety of like actually being front and centre for the shot that I was in and taking control of the army in front of fucking everybody. As soon as I fucking said I would do that, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? But I knew I had to do it because that would have gave me the moment that I fucking got. And if I'd just been a wee wallflower, if I just stood behind someone and fucking, I'm not, fuck that, then that wouldn't have happened. That was a moment where I had to overcome all of this anxiety bullshit, all of this unconfidence. I had to overcome that in a fucking second. No counselling, no therapy, no fucking antidepressants. Just 1 minute I was here, and then the next minute I need to decide if I can handle being front and centre in the biggest fucking TV show ever made. Do I want this dream bad enough, or am I just going to hide behind the guy in front of me and hope no one points me out? Do you know what I mean? And that's why I try and do so many things, because I know I'm going to fail at a lot of them, but I know if I try enough, it's throwing shit at the wall. Eventually something will stick. Like I keep saying, I'm going to try stand up, and yeah, I think I'll be funny, and I think I'll make people laugh, which is the point of stand up, but that's not the whole point of it for me. The point of it for me is to be backstage, hear my name get called, and be able to get up, walk out, and still do what I need to do in that moment. Not walk out, look at 20, 30, 40, 50 people, the microphone, the lights, and freeze up and just walk off stage. And then just walk home, get the train, take off my good jeans, put the sweats back on, and just sit and feel fucking disgusted with myself, basically. And that's the podcast as well. You've no idea how long it actually took me to do this. And it might seem simple as fuck to you guys. Oh, he's just sitting with a mic talking shit, smoking weed. It's fucking easy. But every episode, near enough, I've said something in it that, you know, a lot of people could take the wrong way. A lot of people could use against me. A lot of people could fucking judge me for this, that, or the next fucking thing. And it's hard to put pieces of yourself out there, especially for me. There has been episodes where I've watched them back and deleted them because I've said something in it that's just too open, or just fucking, it's too out there or whatever. But I need to fucking rein that shit in as well. This is a Life Elite podcast. This needs to be the ups, the downs, the in, the outs, the fucking highs, the lows. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I can tell you fucking the moments that made me shine and feel like a fucking king. But you need to know the moments I was fucking scourging around looking in the pavement for fucking half-smoked cigarettes so I could go home, cut them open and roll them out and get one more fucking joint. Do you know what I mean? You need to know that, because one day I'll be driving that R8 I was talking about, and like people need to know where I came from to get that. It wasn't just handed to me. I fucking hate people that get shit handed to them. Or maybe not that, it's because people get shit handed to them and they're humble about it. They've got humility about them. They're fucking grateful for it, and they don't take it for granted. And then there's other people that get shit handed to them and they think they deserve it. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but the flash has just kicked on this camera, so give me 2 seconds and I'll check to make sure we're still recording. Right, apparently we're still recording. Don't know why the flash would come on though. Seems kind of strange, but so yeah, it's just been on my mind, thinking about like, yeah, a lot of stuff's gonna happen soon, and I think I'm strong enough to do it. Why do I think I'm strong enough to do it? Oh yeah, because of all the times that I've managed to fucking overcome the shit that's been holding me back, you know? And a lot of time it's completely unfounded fears, and it's not even fears that I can verbalize or rationalize. It's just an unattached feeling of anxiety, you know, and especially related to acting stuff because I've got no qualifications, I've got no fucking nothing to back me up. So in the back of my mind, it's like I'm going to walk in here and it's going to be like in the Wild West, you know, the door's going to shut behind me, everyone's going to look around, all these fucking cunts that have literally won BAFTAs, you know, people that have got this degree and that qualification and they studied under this teacher and they went to this class and they're all going to turn around and look at me and go, "The fuck are you meant to be doing here?" Do you know what I mean? How do you even know about this? Your name's not. You're not one of us. Get the fuck out of here. And it's that fear every single time, every set I've been on, every fucking audition I've went to, like any audition I've had, it's like I'm not even going to get to fucking say my piece. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to walk in and they're just going to start laughing and I'm going to be like, "You know what, guys, you're fucking right," and just turn around and walk the fuck out. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just the last couple of days, as always, very, very self-reflective. But it's been on the good things and the bad things, and really seeing how they intertwine together and how it all makes me who I am and what it gives me in the tank to go forward. Do you know what I mean? Because even saying this, even bringing up that time where, you know, the whole way in I was like, "Yep, you're doing it." Yep, the whole way in, the whole way to the train station, I was convinced myself, "Yep, you're doing this." Whole way in the train, wasn't sitting on my phone, nothing. I was just sitting there, psyching myself up. "Yep, you're gonna go in. You're gonna own this. You're gonna walk in tall. You know, you're not gonna walk in slouch. You're gonna walk in tall. You're gonna own the room. You're gonna make eye contact. You're gonna shake hands firmly, but softly. You know, you're gonna make an impression." I didn't even make it in the fucking door. You know. And this is just a get together, a casual get together in a pub in Glasgow on, I think it was a fucking Wednesday night or some shit. You know what I mean? And that freaked me the fuck out. So you've no idea how deep I had to dig to go on Game of Thrones. And there's other people, like, as soon as they get the opportunity for that, you know, just the excitement and the buzz would have carried them through no matter what the fuck happened. And I had a bit of that. But it was seriously clashing against this ingrained and integrated just fucking anxiety. It's the only word that really covers it. And especially when it's not connected to anything, you know what I mean? That's what really gets me, and that's when it's really hard to defeat. Because if you know it's a set thing, then you can make. There should be ways you can change that or manage it at least. But when it's just in the ether and it's just a reaction to whatever, it's harder to quantify. But anyways, that's 20 minutes in, so I'll start wrapping this up. Shooting another episode tomorrow. We've got Dr. Yates back on the podcast. This will be episode 25 tomorrow, and it should be a good little episode. We're going to hopefully make it a bit more casual than it was the last time. But yeah, it'll be good to have him on. And that'll be episode 25, quarter of 100. Yeah, and I'll keep going. And again, it's the ups and downs and the outs. And throughout this whole thing, it's just the more I share my story, then maybe one day it'll be an inspiration to someone else. The same way so many other people sharing their stories of their inadequacies and, you know, their moments of failure and whatever. Hearing that from like Robert Downey Jr. or Joe Rogan or fucking anybody that I respect, hearing the troubles they've went through and how they've overcame them and made it good in the end, it's inspiring. Do you know what I mean? And I've been through my troubles. I'm trying to make good on them, and we'll see if it all comes good in the end. You know? And I think it will. I hope it will. I'm sure it will. And I'll bring you guys along for the trip every single fucking time. But yeah. I've had a really good day. A nice reset DMT trip with just incredibly supportive visuals and an all-round feeling of love and security. And tomorrow I've got a good day. I think I'm going to try and film quite a bit of it. I'll share the action with you. And yeah, as always, ladies and gents, thank you very much for stopping by. You've no idea what it means to me to be able to just sit and say this shit, because it puts things in perspective. It stops them running around my head. It stops me blowing them out of proportion. But the fact that you guys actually watch this and then hit me up and say you like this episode or that or whatever, it means a hell of a lot to me. It really does. And we'll keep this train going. Yeah. Hope you have a great day, whatever you are doing. Go and watch the sunset. If it's already past today, then try and do it tomorrow. But if it's not sunset yet, then please, for tonight, when it starts getting beautiful outside, just go out for a little 20-minute walk. Keep your eyes on the clouds. Don't think of anything. Just enjoy the sunset. Okay? Catch you in the next one.